250 years ago, civil war ravaged Krytan as the White Mantle and the Shining Blade battled for the soul of humanity. During a jungle skirmish, a Shining Blade soldier called Ronan found himself cut off from his squad and sought shelter in a cave system. As his eyes became accustomed to the gloom, he noticed a pale glow piercing the darkness beyond. Curiosity overcame caution, and Ronan ventured deeper. He soon found the source of the light, and for a moment he was transfixed. Light danced across the surface of 3 brilliant orbs. They were clearly seeds, but imbued with some sort of magic. Not the fell touch of the necromancer, it felt more like the healing presence of a monk, but deeper somehow, richer. In that moment, thoughts of home rushed into his mind. He would bring these living jewels to his wife and daughter, a gift of life in dark days of war. As he approached his prize, however, the flora inside the cavern erupted, and a hulking beast of vine and root charged the thunderstruck soldier. War-hardened, Ronan survived the encounter, grasping a single glowing seed in his bloodied palm. He placed the seed inside his breastplate, next to his heart. Its magic never dimmed as he carried it through the long years of war and pain. In Ronan's darkest hours, he would lay his hand on that seed, feel its warmth, and think of his wife and child. When the war finally ended, and the White Mantle were routed from Krytan, Ronan made the long journey home. He passed through the ruins of villages destroyed by a war which should have set them free. War begets war, death begets death. Did it matter that the righteous had won the day when the price had been so severe? Ronan's heart filled with dread. Surrounded by such destruction, he prayed to the Five for the safety of his loved ones, but fear dogged his every step. As he crested the hills of his youth, the tarnished coastline stretched to the horizon before him, and cast into silhouette his homestead, or what was left of it. His worst fears blossomed into a living nightmare. His wife and daughter lay dead inside the ruins of their once joy-filled home. His grief boiled to hate as he cursed the Masat and the Blade in equal measures. He cursed the folly and weakness of his race, and above all, he cursed and hated himself for leaving those he loved to such a fate. Broken by grief, Ronan laid his wife and child to rest, side by side, and placed the living jewel, his last hope and comfort, over the heart of his daughter. He buried his sword that day too, and swore to never again take up arms. The seasons turned, and the seed he laid to rest with his family sprouted and grew. In the shade of that sacred tree, Ronan's sorrow gave way to compassion and a burning drive for change. He would build a sanctuary for those seeking shelter from conflict and war. He dedicated his remaining days to helping others and welcomed all who sought peace.
There was a time that I cursed this world for taking away everything that I had. But living here, I've come to understand that these memories, even those that are painful, are seeds of our identity. They shape our growth.
Ronan's vision of a world fashioned by love and peace was shared by a most unlikely ally. An elder of the Harathi centaurs called Ventari joined Ronan. But that is another tale for another day. Ronan's sanctuary abides to this day, as does the great tree he planted. It stands as a beacon of hope and beauty in a world still gripped with conflict and danger.